Black Lightning Season 3 is on a dark path. What's up, YouTubers of the world? MegaGeekMixer here to give you guys my review on the first 2 episodes of Black Lightning. I apologize that this is late, guys. Things have been pretty hectic around in my life, but I got a chance here to finally get this going, so let's get going. So, first off, it starts pretty much off where kind of things left off. It's been over like a month or so from season finale of season 2, and we go right into season 3, and the ASA has just taken over Freeland completely. It's like a prison in that place. I mean, they take everyone that could be possibly a metahuman and put them in cages and whatnot, and make them have collars with powers on them, or what I can't remember. Just call them like inhibitor collars if you want to. If you guys know what inhibitor collars are, in fact, I got that from X-Men, was when collars that suppress the mutant powers. You could call it that if you want. But still, seriously, I see all that and I'm just like, and Freeland wasn't bad enough with the Club 100 and all the violence and stuff. ASA makes things worse. I mean, seriously, you see all that and I just got so pissed off. But there's one thing the first episode of season 3 showed us here is something that I'm sure none of us was surprised with, and that is Agent Odell. It turns out this guy is the true antagonist, which no one is surprised about, and it kind of sounded like here that the Markovian threat isn't exactly real. At least that's what the first episode was showing us, at least until it went into episode 2, which I'll get to here later. But the way we found that out is through that kid Isa. If you guys remember him from season 2, he has the power to make people tell the truth when he makes eye contact with them, and that's what he was doing with Tobias well. You see, Agent Odell was using Isa to try to find out where the briefcase was, and well, he also, but instead, well, Tobias made him find out, while he doesn't know where the briefcase is, he does know what's in there, and made him see that all this time, the government, the president himself, has sent Agent Odell out there, and they're just stockpiling up on metahumans just to make weapons out there. And that's where we found out that, yeah, true antagonist right there. No surprise whatsoever. Oh, that Agent Odell guy lying to the Pierce family and all this stuff, but oh man, who's not surprised by that? I sure know nobody is surprised about that. Although, speaking behind Agent Odell, he has a few new characters where you get introduced who are working for him, such as this Carson Williams dude, who has metahuman powers that reminds me a lot about the Taskmaster. Now, if you guys know Taskmasters from Marvel, he has the power to copy people's moves, I mean powers and stuff, and while he does that with this so-called guy who was supposed to be a Markovian meta, but I don't think so. The way he was talking, it sounds like he was a soldier for the US and not, or I mean for the ASA, but you guys know what I'm saying here, either way. And yeah, this guy's really showing that, yeah, has no problem serving his country and taking the freedom away from these people, because that's just what the ASA is taken from. Freeland's freedom here. And it's worse than since the Black Lightning and Thunder aren't around. At least that's what we're told about, when we all know Jefferson Pierce has been lied to by Agent Odell to be hanging with Agent Odell to protect his kids and everything from the so-called Markovian threat. But one thing's for certain, Anissa, thank the Lord to Anissa, she is not going to sit around and take this. And let me just say that in the past month, her Uncle Gamby really set her up. I mean, her new lifestyle, her new house, it just reminded me so much of like Tony Stark when he would go home. His AI welcoming him home and everything, all this nice house and all this hidden tech behind it and everything. It was insane, man. But as Now she's going by her Robin Hood alter ego, Blackbird, to try to help out the metahumans who are being oppressed by the ASA, which she does, and it turns out she and the Reverend are working together. But not only that, she's still on a side mission to try and find Grace, who we find out it seems to be doing exactly what Anissa's doing, or so it would seem, using her powers out there to stop the ASA from hurting innocent people and stuff. But we don't know for certain. I hope we can see Grace here soon to see what direction their storyline will go into later on. But as for her and the Reverend working together, they don't approve of the ASA with them taking all these kids and taking them prisoner, that they're just trying to get them somewhere safe. And while they do that, let's just say things aren't working so well as they think they do. So like Anissa is able to take them out of Freeland into South Freeland. Yeah, now this moves on into episode 2, where like you guys remember in season 2 they were in South Freeland taking care of Looker. Now I know I said this was a filler arc, or so to say. Looks like I was wrong, and no surprise there really. I was actually hoping I was wrong, because with the way how those 2 episodes or 3 episodes ended with the Looker and stuff, she's over with the ASA now, so I'm guessing sometime down the road we have to see her again. But we didn't really necessarily see her. We were just seeing Anissa with some of the previous people she helped, the so-called Purdy, who are in South Freeland. You guys remember the girl Anaya who had the twins and everything? Well, it seems like they've worked some sort of negotiation where they can shelter some of these people from Freeland into South Freeland, but with so many people, it's causing food and everything and products and whatnot to be basically, it's just that business association thing. And let's just say Blackbird, even though Anissa helped them in the last season and the current season right now, they don't have much of a best relationship, sort of say. But come on, guys, this is what'll happen whenever you got governments taking over your city. People are just gonna turn on each other like that. And I'm just like saying, come on, guys, do you not see that the ASA is doing this to you? It's making you people be like savages now. I mean, at least with Club 100, y'all still kept your sanities in some ways, but here you are all now turning on each other. It's insane, man. And even more so, like on Jefferson and Lynn's side, with them still being stuck in the ASA headquarters and everything, it turns out, and they're starting to have some disagreements too. While Jefferson wants to leave and get these kids out of, well, not necessarily get the kids who are being captive out of here, although he doesn't want them to be these lab rats or anything. He also wants Lynn to leave with them, but Lynn doesn't want to leave those kids to be oppressed by Odell. And they're both right and wrong at the same time. The way I see it, they should both split up so they can better work together. Maybe find some way to keep in contact, because they still got Peter Gamby out there who could make them have private conversations with the ASA not finding out right away. And speaking of actually Black Lightning, he actually has some new powers now. And yeah, it shows that some of the powers he's had, he's had them through Peter Gamby's technology. But this time now, his powers have evolved. So this can only make me really wait to see when he comes out with his new suit and his powers that have been awakening biologically with him now. It'll be, oh man, it'll be even more impressive when we finally see him and the Crisis on Infinite Earth storyline, and what his powers will do for him going forward into season 3, because there's a whole lot going on out there. For one, like such as, well, for Jennifer, she hasn't really had much to do right now. It's still in her training stage of being a hero, but it turns out the ASA is affecting Garfield High now. And this past week's episode, the very end, she tries to stop two guys from fighting, and she pretty much beats the crap out of the other two who just start trying to attack her, and everyone's just cheering after she does all that, and she's just like, what is wrong with you guys? You've become a bunch of savages or something like that. And I can't disagree with her. I mean, seriously, what is happening to this town? Easy. The ASA has taken over. They've taken over. But it's actually now getting to the point where it looks like he may even want to be rooting for the 100 gang to get the town back. Because, oh my God, it turns out the briefcase is now in the hands of Lala, aka Tattoo Man, who is now trying to find a way to get his city back from the ASA, and he's gotten the Club 100 back on his side after this one guy who took over for him, taken over the 100 gang, tried to like kill Lala, but oh no, you can't kill Tattoo Man, and he just wiped that guy out, and now everybody's on his side. Now one can only wonder what end game is he playing. Let's just hope for right now it works to the advantage of getting Freeland back their freedom, because that's right now what we're having here. Before I go, though, there was one more thing I gotta mention about the ASA that goes way out of sight here. And that is the fact that, as y'all know, Agent Odell somehow revived Khalil, but Khalil is no longer Khalil. Why? Well, that's because now he has a brain chip inside of him that's made his entire memory be wiped out to the point where he doesn't even remember his own mother, because the first mission Agent Odell gives him is to kill his mother. Agent Odell, you... Ugh. Oh, I hate that guy so much. But man, does he pull off the villain role very well. It's starting to me so much like in One Piece where this guy Orochi, I hate his guts so much. But still, it's really showing this season's really off to a crazy start. I almost forgot to mention it too. So, the Markovian threat is technically real, but it seems like it's not as big of a threat maybe as Agent Odell's letting it out to believe. Maybe it is a threat, just not as much of a threat as it is with Agent Odell being the real antagonist of all this. You see, this series is off to such a crazy start, you just don't know where to go from here. So many questions are being asked from us, and we're not really given much of the answers. But that's good. I mean, we're just starting now. So take our times with getting there. But when we get there, oh, I'm sure we're all going to be happy and joy when they finally are able to knock these ASA members down and these Markovians down and stuff. You maybe think that somewhere along the line, this would make Black Lightning and Thunder and Lightning and any other superheroes they can find form of team, such as the Outsiders themselves, to take on this Markovian threat and this ASA threat. That's where I'm leaning forward towards, and I really hope to see that in the future, because I really want these guys to beat the crap out of ASA, mostly Agent Odell and that Carlson Williams guy who's taken over the Freeland PD. Oh man, I just can't wait to see what more we got here, because season 3 is off to a banging start. It's just so dark, it's so... there's really no words to really put it in. It's dark, it's suppressing, it's prejudice from the government. There's so much, or maybe prejudice isn't exactly the right word. It's more like persecution. Yeah, persecution. My bad. Ignore that other part I just said. All we know is that it's insane, it's crazy, and right now, there's just no other way to put it, but Jefferson and the Pierce family have got to find a way to knock the ASA out of here and get rid of them for good. But only time will tell how far this thing will go. But either way, guys, I'm going to leave it at that for now. And if you're enjoying my videos, all you got to do is click that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon to be notified when I make more videos. And until then, MegaGeekMixer signing out. Bye!